everybody. How are we doing? Hello. Sorry, I'm using OBS. It's a new experience for me. Streamlabs just has the shittiest of qualities of video. Hello, friendo. Hello, Bianca. Trapped in the Matrix has left the building, but that's okay. Cry of Fear. Hello. How is everybody doing? Right. We are here for a reason, and that is to become logic chads. Maybe. I don't know, guys. We're gonna start, and if it's boring, I'm not gonna continue. I'm not good at doing things that bore me. But we're gonna try. Right. Any comments before we're starting? Anything to contribute to the stream from folks in the chat? Oh, I probably should put it on live. Okay. 6 watching, only 3 talking. That's okay, Bianca. People lurk. That's all right. People can lurk. That's okay. Oh, I've got a warning. This OBS experience is definitely new and different, so I apologize in advance. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it. What are we going to learn exactly? We are taking a crack at formal logic, if it's at all possible, or logic, or I'm not sure. I found all kinds of online courses, but in about 3 minutes in, I got incredibly bored with their videos and the way they talk. This one looks promising. It's the most plain looking, but we're gonna highlight some stuff or whatever. I don't know. We're gonna find a way to make this interesting and maybe learn something in the middle. I don't know. Hello, Beans. Yeah, grab snacks. That's a good idea. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. Right, let's begin. What is logic? Logic, hold on, I'm gonna make it larger. There we go. Logic is the business of evaluating arguments, sorting good ones from bad ones. I desperately need more tools with that, for sure. In everyday language, we sometimes use the word argument to refer to belligerent shouting matches. Don't we know it, guys? Don't we know it? If you and a friend have an argument in this sense, this is not going well between the two of you. So that's the reason I wanted to do this, actually. I think we can benefit from taking a less belligerent approach. I'm kind of getting tired of Twitter for that reason. And yeah, I think we can, I don't know, get some more folks on our side if we use a little bit of non-shouting logic. I don't know, we'll see. In logic, we are not interested in the teeth gnashing, hair pulling kind of argument. A logical argument is structured to give someone a reason to believe some conclusion. Here's one such argument. It is raining heavily. If you do not have an umbrella, you will get soaked. You should take an umbrella. Well, that's very easy, right? For meat to exist, animals have to be killed in terrible ways. If you don't stop eating meat, you will continue contributing to that happening. Therefore, you should stop eating meat. I don't know, sounds logical to me. The three dots on the third line of the argument mean therefore. Okay, well, that's the thing. And they indicate that the final sentence is the conclusion of the argument. The other sentences are premises of the argument. If you believe the premises, then the argument provides you with a reason to believe the conclusion. Yeah, sometimes that's hijacked from what I saw. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, sometimes people pour too much stuff into those two things, the first two things, the premises. You know? Maybe we can learn to avoid it through this text. This chapter discusses some basic logical notions that apply to arguments in a natural language like English. English is something I need to learn better to do, yes. It is important to begin with a clear understanding of what arguments are and what it means for an argument to be valid. Later, we will translate arguments from English into formal language. Awesome. We want... Oh, well, the formal language is a bit of math, guys. I also despise it, but we'll find a way to, I don't know, live with it somehow. We want formal validity as defined in the formal language to have at least some of the important features of natural language validity. Okay, arguments. When people mean to give arguments, they typically often use the words like therefore and because. When analyzing an argument, the first thing to do is to separate. Hold on, how did it do that? Separate the premises from the conclusion. Words like these are a clue to what the argument is supposed to be, especially if in the argument as given, the conclusion comes at the beginning of or in the middle of the argument. I'm not sure I understood that. When analyzing an argument, the first thing to do is to separate the premises from the conclusion. Words like this, as in therefore and because, are a clue to what the argument is supposed to be, especially if in an argument as given, the conclusion comes at the beginning or in the middle of an argument. Well, what do we mean by that? I'm not sure. Anybody's got a clue? I would appreciate the help here. Oh, I'm already struggling, god damn it. Oh, this is not gonna be easy. Okay, premise indicators, since, because, given that. Conclusion indicators, therefore, hence, thus, then, so. Okay. Well, okay, I understand. So it's the way to formulate the premises. You should start them with the premise indicators, the words since, because, given that. And the conclusion should be therefore, hence, thus, then, so. Okay, I guess. To be perfectly general, we can define an argument as a series of sentences. Okay, this is... I appreciate how basic this is. I really, really appreciate it. The sentence at the beginning of the series are premises. The final sentence of the series is the conclusion. If the premises are true and the argument is a good one, then you have a reason to accept the conclusion. Okay. That's nice, if it worked that way, usually, on Twitter. I have a thing about Twitter lately, so I'm gonna try to let it go. By the way, guys, this, I don't know, I'm trying to make this interactive. So if this is boring, if you want it in another different way, I have more options. I have an options of professors talking about logic. In video form, we can just react to that as well. So, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna, sorry and thank you. I'm gonna mute the Discord. That's all right. I apologize. I'm sorry. you were searching for notification, so you missed. I barely heard it because I got my speaker on the lowest setting right now. Hello, Samara S. It is a shame that this day and age that we literally have to argue with people to prove going vegan is the right way. Yeah. Well, maybe we can become logic chads through this text. We'll see. I'm hoping this gets us somewhere closer. Oh, by the way, probably should have done this in the beginning. I'm going to change the way this YouTube channel operates, because for about a year and 2 months, I was putting out one medium long format video and at least one short video a week. That was the pattern. Guys, I'm dead. It kills me to do so. It also makes the videos not as researched as I wanted to. So we're gonna make longer format, longer researched, better edited. I promise I'm a good editor, but I couldn't express that in the cow form because that's not editing. That's animation, and I know nothing about animation. Now I know a little bit more, but so I'm hoping to create better editing, better narrative within a video, but it's going to be longer format, rarely posted, maybe once a month, maybe even longer. But I'm going to try once a week to have a live. First, we're going to finish this series. And then I was thinking to do the bite model series because I think it would be firstly interesting and highly entertaining if I am successful in it to go and disprove the notion that veganism is a cult. So I'll need 2 YouTubers to join me for that. So I'm looking for people to do that with me. But it's going to be, if I'm successful, it's going to be very interesting, very entertaining. It sounds like I have an organized plan. Yes, it might change. I was, for instance, incredibly disappointed with the views on my last video. To the point of regretting working on it for a month. So I might revert back to weekly content with one research. I don't know. We'll see. I have a plan, but how it goes, nobody knows. All right. And the next video, why did I say this? Because we were talking about more effective advocacy. The next video is going to be on the process of change. And it's incredibly interesting how hard, how sometimes long-winded the process of change is for humans, how unimaginably difficult it is to get even to the point of wanting to change. So it's gonna be, hopefully I can get it to a hopeful conclusion, but right now it's breaking my heart. To be honest, reading about the process of change is pretty heartbreaking. Right, let's continue. Tangents will ensue, by the way. Tangents will happen, so I apologize in advance to people who came here for logic and haven't gotten much of it yet. Give me a second, guys. I haven't shared this out anywhere. I probably should, right? it's probably a good idea to let people know that we are here. So give me a second. Oh, that should be probably closer to me. Oh, goodness. Oh, shoot. Oh, still on. All right. Something terrible happened here. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this entire thing. Hold on. I apologize. Sorry. Logic. Come say hi. Or lurk. Lurking is fine. I don't mind the lurkers. You can lurk, you don't have to say hi. Live streaming. Okay, post. Post. Streaming. Okay. Right. Okay. Sorry, here we go. By the way, guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button if you can. If you can, share it out somewhere. If you want more people in the chat, share it out somewhere, you know. But like, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. That would be good as well. All right. The cow avatar was just closing their eyes in such moments. Yeah. Well, listen, I can't promise to have my eyes opened for this entire thing either. I slept terribly tonight. The bed is right here, and it's calling me real hard. I'm usually okay with not napping, but today was really hard to get to a point of not napping. Right, let's continue. To be perfectly general, we can define an argument as a series of sentences. Sentences at the beginning of a series are premises. The final sentence in the series is the conclusion. If the premises are true and the argument is a good one, and the argument is a good one, then you have a reason to accept the conclusion. Okay, notice that this definition is quite general. Consider this example. There is coffee in the coffee pot. Well, have a coffee right here. Well, it's decaf. There is a dragon playing bassoon on the armoire. That's a lot of long words for me. Therefore, Salvador Dali was a poker player. So that's nonsense. Actually, that sounds like a lot of cornist logic on Twitter. Definitely. That becomes a long boy stream when you fall asleep during it. There's no way for us to wake you up. Yeah, now that I closed the Discord notifications, there's definitely no way for you to wake me up. But I'll try to stay awake anyways. I just might, I don't know. Decaf coffee gives still placebo effect. Yeah, I just love the flavor. If I could drink coffee right now, if I wasn't in an incredible disordered sleeper, I would drink coffee right now. But since I can't do that, I resort to decaf. And I apologize, trigger warning, it's with vanilla soy milk. And it's bloody delicious. Okay. Coffee is overrated? No. No. Absolutely not. Coffee is amazing. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Nobody. I'm keeping my eye on you, cry for fear. Oh, sorry, cry of fear. Well, we deserve it. Okay. It may seem odd to call this an argument, but that is because it would be a terrible argument. The two premises have nothing at all to do with the conclusion. Nevertheless, given our definition, it still counts as an argument, albeit a bad one. Yeah. Okay, sentences. In logic, we are only interested in sentences that can figure as a premise or conclusion of an argument. Guys, my English is going to be somewhat of an obstacle here. In logic, we are only interested in sentences that can figure as a premise or conclusion of an argument. Okay, now I get it. So we will say that a sentence is something that can be true or false. Interesting. You should not confuse the idea of a sentence that can be true or false with the difference between fact and opinion. Okay. Often sentences in logic will express things that would count as facts, such as Kierkegaard was a hunchback, or Kierkegaard liked almonds. Well, he was obviously a vegan. The type of vegan that Piers Morgan would scream at. They can also express things that you might think of as matters of opinion, such as almonds are yummy. Well, that is a counterfact. Almonds are not yummy. I apologize for the camera. It might phase out once in a while. I'm sorry, guys. It's the last second of before I went live. It was giving me shit. All right. We have 12 people watching. If you don't mind, please like, please share somewhere if you don't mind. Subscribe if you haven't already. And say hi. Even if you lurk afterwards, just say hi in the chat. All right. Also, there are things that would count as sentences in a linguistic or grammar course that we will not count as sentences in logic. Thank you for sharing it, the real thing. I appreciate you drinking Irish cream coffee. Is it spiked? Is it? Oh, Irish means it's got whiskey in it, isn't it? I don't know, guys. I haven't had a drink in like 7 years. But I used to be a bartender, so Irish cream coffee, that means it's got whiskey in it, right? Well, let me know. I'm on the edge of my seat now. All right, questions. Oh, did we understand that last sentence? That there are things that would count as sentences in linguistic or grammar course that we will not count as sentences in logic. So I wonder what the difference is, though. Okay. No alcohol in it. Well, then what makes it Irish? If I can ask, please. If it's not a racist question these days. Because I know Irish coffee, I don't know, where I am, Irish coffee means it's spiked with like a 30cc whiskey. There is no alcohol in it. It's just the flavor of it. Oh, okay. Now I got it. I should read till the end before I'm responding. Right. Questions in grammar class. Are you sleepy yet? Would count as an interrogative sentence. Although you might be sleepy or you might be alert, the question itself is neither true nor false. Okay, for this reason, questions will not count as sentences in logic. This is awesome. Suppose you answer the question, I am not sleepy. This is either true or false, and so it is a sentence in the logical sense. Generally, questions will not count as sentences, but answers will. Did everybody understand that? Oh, Slim Shadys, hello, what's up? Yeah, face reveal. Where have you been? It's been a week. That's all right. All right. So questions can't be premises. Makes sense. They probably can't be, well, they can't be sentences. They can't be a conclusion either. So you can't ask question as part of the argument. Makes sense. What is this course about is not a sentence. No one knows what this course is about is a sentence. Do you guys, the newcomers, do you know what this course is about? We are studying formal logic. What is logic? We're going through this course. We'll see how it goes. If it's incredibly boring in this format, the next time we're just gonna respond to some incredibly dull professors talking about this. So I really think this format is preferred, but maybe I'm giving myself too much credit. All right. Imperatives. What is an imperative? Imperative. Sorry, I need to have a definition of that word. Imperative, necessary or urgent, which is how I know it, expressing a command or plea. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what they mean in this case, expressing a command or plea. Or relating or constituting the mood that expresses a command or request. Well, it definitely can't be a mood if it can't be a question. So it's expressing a command. Command can't be a sentence. Commands are often phrased as imperatives like wake up, sit up straight, and so on. In a grammar class, there would be these would count as imperative sentences. Although it might be good for you to sit up straight, or it might not. Thank you for reminding me. It actually could reduce the amount of tinnitus I'm getting sitting up straight. So although it might be good for you to sit up straight, or it might not, the commands is neither true nor false. Note, however, that commands are not always phrased as imperatives. You will respect my authority is either true or false. Either you will or will not. And so it counts as a sentence in the logical sense. Ooh, you will respect my authority could be a premise. Oh, it could be a conclusion as well. Ooh, I wonder if I can make a, well, we need something to write on. Hold on. Let's just grab this. Let's just grab, oh shit. Sorry guys. My mic is on. Okay. I've been jerking it around way too much. Okay, so we've got a conclusion. The conclusion is you will respect my authority. Hi CDA, how are you doing? Well, now you can see that they're green because the lighting is okay. It's no longer making me look like a dead person with black eyes. You're not in the house. Where are you? Well, thanks for coming. Like and subscribe. Okay. I'm trying to play the YouTube game, guys, because you have to remind people to like, otherwise they don't do it. Okay, you will respect my authority. So, liking and I don't know what to do with that. We'll find a way to make this a conclusion at some point. I just wanted to write it down because it was funny. Okay, you will is either true or false. and it counts as a sentence in a logical sense. All right. Exclamations. Ouch is not a sentence. It's sometimes called an exclamatory sentence, but it is neither true nor false. We will treat ouch, I hurt my toe, as meaning the same thing as I hurt my toe. The ouch does not add anything, and that could be true or false. So this is interesting. So just to summarize, questions, imperatives, and exclamations are not sentences in the logic world. Hello, Kerry. Yes, face reveal. Hello. The face reveal was a week ago. Please go watch my video. It took me a month to make my face reveal video, my actual face reveal video. Maybe I should pop it in the chat for people who haven't watched it, who can then go and watch it later. How about that? Let's do that. All right. Ooh, I did something wrong. There we go. Don't do it now, Kerry. Stick around. Watch it later. Is it late for you? Oh, shit. You're Australian, aren't you, Kerry? Yeah. Is it not incredibly early for you, though? Hold on. What time is it there, Kerry? Go on then. 3:30 a.m. Holy crap, I thought it was like 7 or something. 3:30. Why are you awake? I mean, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Like and subscribe. But why on earth are you awake? It's Sunday, you woke up late. Okay. Well, some of us can't do that, or they destroy their sleep patterns. Yeah, I know that you're awake, the real thing, but your 3 a.m. is 5 a.m. for me. This is a little strange. 2:30 a.m. Slim Shadies. Where are you from, Slim Shadies? 10:35 a.m. Well, that's reasonable, Pig's Dream. Hello, Pig's Dream. How are you doing? How have you been doing? Pig's Dream has been doing very interesting stuff on his channel. People who haven't checked it out should go do so, for real. Very, very interesting stuff. It's been growing as well, 240 subscribers. That's amazing. 7:36. Well, 5:36. Well, yeah. Bianca is only 1 hour behind. I apologize for the bars on the video. It will appear sometimes. Hello, Terry. Hello. 4:36. Well, that's reasonable. 4:36 is Eastern Australia. Yeah. Holy shit. It's that bloody late at night. Wow. So Slim Shadies and Kerry, are you staying awake for the non-Australian YouTubes? Oh, that's awesome, Kerry. That's very good to hear. Pig's Dream is getting the most watch hours. Well, he deserves it. I think he has a very good goal of monetizing his channel and then donating it to a sanctuary, right? Oh, I hope that that's still the plan. I apologize, Big Stream. That's what I remember from way back, like a year and a half ago. You about to walk your dog? Oh, it's cute. And go crochet. That's amazing, Kerry. Yes, just for me. Yes. Oh my god. I need some love, guys. It's been a hard year. That's the goal. Yes, amazing. So that's a really, really important that's why it's really important to go subscribe to Pigstream and get his watch hours as high as possible. Because, oh, hello, Vegishiba. Thank you for that comment that you left me. I really appreciate it. Hug back, fool. We were supposed to study. Let's do that. Maybe. And then we'll talk again. All right. So now we know what sentences in formal logic are not. Two ways that arguments can go wrong. Well, they could be Carnist arguments, for one. And the conclusion could be, we need to eat meat. That would be terrible. Guys, if you have an idea how to formulate this argument where the conclusion is, you will respect my authority, and that's my authority, please let me know. Because I'm blanking on the two premises. Thank you, Carrie. I love you back. I really do. I really appreciate people coming to say hi and to watch these ramblings and to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe and share it out. I have to say it. I'm sorry. I have to start playing the YouTube game. I can't be the starving artist anymore. Because I do want this channel to be slightly bigger, please. I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Okay, I'm done. Okay, consider the argument that you should take an umbrella, premise 5 above, if premise 1 is false, if it is sunny outside, then the argument gives you no reason to carry an umbrella. Well, this assumes that this umbrella is not a sun umbrella. Or is it a different name for umbrella that's supposed to shade you from the sun? Is that just a different name for it? Isn't that a Cartman code? Which one? This? You will respect my authority? Maybe. I haven't watched that show many years. I haven't had a TV and I wasn't inclined to actually open it and watch it outside of TV. When I had a TV, I used to watch it. Okay. So, if it's sunny outside, you don't have to carry an umbrella. Even if it is rainy outside, you might not need an umbrella. You might wear a rain poncho or keep two covered walkways. Okay. I stumbled through that, I apologize. If in these cases premise 2 would be false, since you could go out without an umbrella and still avoid getting soaked. True. But also we have to, what was the second premise? Sorry. If you do not take an umbrella, you will get soaked. Well, then also we have to actually argue if getting soaked is so bad. I mean, if it's one of them summer rains, which I absolutely love, which Australia is full of. When I was in Australia, I got caught in this absolutely pouring rain. I could barely see the street. And I was riding my bike on it. And it was warm, and the rain felt so amazing. Like, it's my happy place ever since. So I might want to get soaked. Have you thought about that? Yeah. Right. Suppose for a moment that both the premises are true. You do not own a rain poncho. You need to go places where there are no covered walkways. Now, does the argument show you that you should take an umbrella? Not necessarily. There we go. Okay, this is amazing. I might get validated in a second. Perhaps you enjoy walking in the rain. I do. when it's not freezing cold, like in this place, and you would like to get soaked. Yes, sometimes it's just fucking amazing to get soaked in the summer, in summer rain. That's amazing. In that case, even though the premises were true, the conclusion would be false. That's amazing. I feel very validated. Hello, Oliwali Blue. Rain is the worst when it's cold. It is. Especially here in this place, in this undisclosed location on Mars, it gets, in my city, it gets incredibly windy. So most people from here don't carry umbrellas because most umbrellas are shit and they break from the wind, and they don't work anyways because the bloody rain becomes almost horizontal. So those rains are shit, but rains the way sometimes it rains in summer, that's fucking amazing. I absolutely love that. I haven't experienced that in a while, not in the way I experienced it in Australia. And it's definitely my happy place. Rain is extinct here. Where are you, if I can ask? Nobody has to, by the way, disclose their location. You don't have to, but where are you from, Cryosphere? Umbrellas suck. I have a really, really good umbrella. It's actually quite amazing. And I found it on the street. So it depends on an umbrella. I have one of them reversed umbrellas that you open and it opens up like that. It never blows off. And it collects all the water, so it's not as annoying. Greece, right, of course, Greece. I remember, Cryosphere. Well, how are the rains in Greece? I'm actually not sure. I think it's very similar to where I am, actually, like, weather-wise. Plymouth, UK. Plymouth. Plymouth? How do you say it? How do I say that, Terry? How do I say that? I don't want to get your place of residence upset. How do I say Plymouth? I thought Plymouth was a US country. Plymouth. Yeah. Then why? Okay. Yeah, I've never been to Crete. The last time I was in Greece, I went to Pelekas. I always look for the most remote location because I don't want to see people on my vacations. I want to be as far as possible from the most amount of people. Plymouth. Only 5 to 7 times as I trained here. In all existence. Since the winter kind of started. Do I not like people? I like them in small doses. But what I realized through trial and error, that when I go to a vacation, I prefer to not have people around me. What I need on a vacation is to have my most basic needs met, like somewhere to sleep, not being bitten by mosquitoes in any kind of way, eat, sleep shit, and play cards and read, and maybe write. That's all I need on a vacation. I just want my mind to have as little stimulation as possible. And people interfere with that usually. So I usually try to go to the most remote locations I can find. And it's usually cheap as shit because it's a pallet hut made out of pallets somewhere in the middle of an old olive garden in Pelekas. That was amazing. Okay. You only like vegan people? Yes and no. I don't have many vegans around me. And like, if we're not talking about eating stuff, I'm okay with other people. I'm accustomed to them. I don't know. I'm a pretty good first impression kind of person. But then I want them gone out of my life, for the most part. I do prefer being alone. Right. If you are here, please like the stream. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And let's continue. Lone gang, yes. Well, we have no choice. We're vegans. Nobody wants to hang out with us. Right. I was joking, by the way. That was a joke. Okay. So, still would. Suppose for a moment that both premises are true. You do not own a rain punch. Oh, we read that. For any argument, there are two ways that it could be weak. First, one or more of the premises might be false. An argument gives you a reason to believe its conclusion only if you believe its premises. Second, the premises might fail to support the conclusion. Even if the premises were true, the form of the argument might be weak. The example we just considered is weak in both ways. I think it's weak because it's, right, the premise about the umbrella. I think, like, I would consider that weak. Hold on. Because it's not considering all possibilities. So it's too simple to have considered all possibilities. I think like there should be more ifs here in order for this argument to have any kind of teeth. All right. Okay. So understood that. Half of Germany is flooded for the last 2 weeks. Holy shit. We had like maybe 2 days of rain so far. And they always shit here because of the horizontal winds. Luckily not life-threatening. Oh, could it become though, Bianca? Could it become life-threatening? I was talking to somebody yesterday. I met them on Reddit, on one of my posts there, and they wanted to have a conversation on my YouTube channel. So we decided to record the conversation, which went nowhere in the end. But in the middle of a conversation, there was a bloody earthquake. And they wrote to me today, and I don't know if it's true, I haven't checked, but they said that sometimes the earthquakes are triggered by just basically talking where they are. So they're afraid to have any more conversations because of this, because they don't want to cause any more earthquakes. How incredible is that? Holy shit. There has been local flooding sometimes, though not of rain. Okay. Luckily not life-threatening. Although some people needed rescue. Jesus Christ. Can we decide as human beings to only live where you don't need to do that stuff? You don't need to be rescued from the bloody weather. Can we fix the fucking weather as well? What the heck is going on? Some people on foot got surprised by the flood and stuck until rescue. Holy shit. It's summer there, yeah, Carrie. You get a week of warm around this time. Yeah. It is summer. When I was in Australia, I think I was there in February. I think it was, January, February, March or something like that. It was just the beginning of winter, which is weird. You really have to reprogram your head around that. So weird. Right. The tangents are abundant. Please like and subscribe. Okay. When an argument is weak in the second way, there is something wrong with the logical form of the argument. Premises of the kind Premises of the kind given do not necessarily lead to a conclusion of the kind given. I'm still waiting for the premises for these guys, if you have any ideas. Really want to make an argument about how you will respect my theory. We had the first tornado in Australian history here at Christmas. Rain was horizontal. Shit. Well, guys, it's been fun. I mean, maybe it's time to pack up and go live on a spaceship somewhere. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so we will be interested primarily in the logical form of arguments. Consider another example. Such a weird little thing. Okay, consider another example. You are reading this book. This is a logic book. You are a logic student. Well, that's not true. This is not a terrible argument. Most people who read this book are logic students. Yet it is possible for someone besides a logic student to read this book, as we're doing right now. I don't think we are considered to be logic students, but maybe. Save this planet first before trying to habitat in new ones. Well, we can just stay in orbit. We don't have to habitat any planets. I don't know if we can, Bianca. Most people are not cooperative. Most people don't want to do it. They don't want to save this planet. So I don't know if we have a choice. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yet it is possible for someone besides a logic student to read this book. If your roommate picked up the book and thumped around it, thumped. What does that mean? Thumped, like switched. Okay. They would not immediately become a logic student. So the premises of this argument, even though they are true, do not guarantee the truth of the conclusion. Its logical form is less than perfect. Okay. So we understand why, right? It's not, the conclusion doesn't necessarily come from the premises. Shit, guys, I'm sorry. The mic keeps falling off. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Please like and subscribe. I'm sorry, I will stop at some point. I'm just amusing myself. You will respect my authority, like and subscribe. You don't want to be stuck with people in space. Well, Bianca, maybe we can have... well, maybe you don't want to be stuck with me either. I don't know. But if you do, maybe we can get, well, like a small spaceship. Like a crew of 4 or 5 with an internet connection so we can watch somehow a bunch of TV shows that are still being created somehow on another big spaceship. Maybe. Thumb through means skim reading. Yeah. I mean, literally going with the thumb through the pages, right? That's what it comes from. Anyway. Yeah. So, and I think I understood the meaning of it, but I like to learn new idioms, new metaphors. The Rocinante, yes. We'll have the Rocinante, but without the words. We can just float in space talking about nothings. Eat our soy quietly, away from all the carnies that want steaks and shit. I've always believed more in voluntarism than authority. Well, but, but, but I want this to work for us. No? I mean, the premises could talk about voluntarism somehow. You could make it work. All right. Less than perfect. An argument that had no weakness of the second kind would have perfect logical form. If its premises were true, then its conclusion would necessarily be true. We call such an argument deductively valid or just valid. Okay. Even though we might count the argument above as a good argument in some sense, it is not valid. That is, it is invalid. One important task of logic is to sort valid arguments from invalid arguments. All right. Deductive validity. A friend got me again. Excellent. Deductive validity. An argument is deductively valid if and only if it is impossible for the premises to be true and the conclusion false. All right. You never understood authority. I used to be very bowing to authority. I'm not anymore. To a degree that actually threatens my livelihood. I have to physically stop myself to convince myself to respect authority so that I don't lose my job. Bollocks to authority. Listen, guys, I agree, but I just want a valid argument. That's all I want. It could include all of these things of bollocks to authority and whatever. But I want two premises. Oops, how do you do that? All right. Two premises to which a conclusion is you will respect my authority. Don't look at it as authoritative statement. Look at it as a valid argument. Okay. An argument is deductively valid if and only if it is impossible for the premises to be true and the conclusion false. The crucial thing about a valid argument is that it is impossible for the premises to be true at the same time that the conclusion is false. Consider this example. Oranges are either fruits or musical instruments. Oranges are not fruits. Oranges are musical instruments. Okay. The conclusion of this argument is ridiculous. Nevertheless, it follows validly from the premises. Okay. This is a valid argument. If both premises were true, then the conclusion would necessarily be true. So it's not enough for the argument to be valid. An argument can be valid and untrue, right? Okay. Tell me I can't do something and I'll do it twice just to annoy you. Okay, Carrie. Okay, I get it. Are we happy now? Okay, now can you give me a valid argument? Okay. This shows that a deductively valid argument does not need to have true premises or true conclusion. Conversely, having true premises and a true conclusion is not enough to make an argument valid. Consider this example. London is in England, Beijing is in China, Paris is in France. Right. Makes zero. Okay. That's a good example of all things, all statements are true, but it's not valid because you can't get the conclusion from the two premises. So all the sentences are true, but it's not a valid argument because the conclusion is not conclusive from the premises, right? Am I getting it right? I don't know. Valid arguments in me are polar opposites. Well, cry of fear, that's why we're here. We are trying to improve ourselves. We are trying to get to a point where we can argue in a way that is not broken. You know what I mean? So that's why I want this. That's why I want this to happen. That's why I'm making this series. Because I think even if we are not getting all debate bro-y, at least we'll have some basic tools to recognize when an argument that somebody's making to us is bad, and maybe even stop making bad arguments, right? So cry of fear, it's not, it's the state of now. It's not, it doesn't have to stay this way, right? Change is hard, but you've done the first thing, is that you've recognized that you are not usually making valid arguments. Recognizing that there is a problem is the beginning of change. I had to put it in there. My next video is going to be about the process of change. Please like and subscribe. Okay, let's continue. The premises and conclusion of this argument are, as a matter of fact, all true. This is a terrible argument, however, because the premises have nothing to do with the conclusion. Imagine what would happen if Paris declared independence from the rest of France. Then the conclusion would be false, even though the premises would both still be true. Thus, it is logically possible for the premises of this argument to be true and the conclusion false. The argument is invalid, but also it's just the conclusion doesn't come from the premises. You can't use the premises to get to the conclusion. Or am I missing something? Maybe they'll do it. Maybe I'll get validated again at some point. Well, you don't have to. You can write it down. Cry of fear. And I think you did okay. If I remember correctly, you debated vegan gays, right? I think language-wise, you did fine. You can get well, you know, my English is not so good as well, so I talk slowly and I have to think about the next word sometimes. That can get improved. Well, if she destroyed you, then you should take all your dogshit arguments and change your mind on them and become vegan, right? Cry of fear. Let's delete this, right? Let's see if we can try create something beautiful here. Cry of fear got destroyed in the debate against vegan gays. If you get destroyed by vegan gays, you must go vegan. Conclusion. How do we do the 3-dot thing? There we go. Cry of fear must go vegan. Looks valid to me. Right? The chat stopped moving on screen. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe it will refresh at some point. Can I refresh it somehow? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm reading, I have a pop-up window for a chat. OBS is great, you just have to get used to it. I'm not used to it, I'm used to Streamlabs, but this is great. Right, so Cry of Fear. Do you need any tips on going vegan? On how to do it? Especially in Crete, it's probably incredibly easy, right? But I know how daunting it could be to start becoming vegan, right? I think it could be argued that it took me about 2 years to become vegan. So, Cry of Fear. You recognize that you have to go vegan, right? Yes or no, please. Awesome. Have you started doing something about that? Have you started reducing your animal products and such? It's Veganuary. It's an amazing opportunity to do so. You can get help from Challenge 22 and other stuff. You can get help from us. Yeah, it's Veganuary now. Lots of help everywhere now. You can find me on Twitter and I'll give you tips. Religious fast. Okay, so you know how to do it. But I'm hoping that you understand that religion aside, which is, okay, it's important to you, I'm not gonna poo-poo on that, but religion aside, it's important for you to go vegan for the animals because your arguments were dog shit. And it is a moral imperative to become vegan. You recognize that right now. So, the rest of your life, right? Cry of Fear? Yes or no? You gonna stay vegan for the rest of your life? Yes, you understand. Good lad. Vegan Gaze did a number on you, didn't she? Amazing. It's not that hard at all. Once you know, and you know already, for a different reason, you know how to do it already. Yes, he didn't die. Not only did he not die, his arguments against veganism were completely destroyed. Excellent, amazing. Well, I think Vegan Gaze would be proud. Right. So, valid and true. I'm gonna keep it right here because it's a really good argument. And we just started. This is working, guys. This is making people vegan. This logic and not Vegan Gaze's debate. This logic course is making people vegan. Amazing. Deaf imminent at 8 months, that's true. I've been dying every 8 months and getting resurrected. That's why my name is Vegan Postmortem. I just won't quit. I just keep being vegan and getting resurrected. All right, let's continue. This is amazing. This is working already, guys. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right. Okay. The premises and conclusion. Okay, we read this. Logical possible premises of this argument to be true and conclusion false. The argument is invalid. The important thing to remember is that validity is not about the actual truth or falsity of the sentences in the argument. Instead, it is about the form of the argument. The truth of the premises is incompatible with the falsity of the conclusion. Interesting. Inductive arguments. There can be good arguments which nevertheless fail to be deductively valid. Consider this one. Oh, we have 3 premises. Yay. In January 1997, it rained in San Diego. In January 1998, it rained in San Diego. In January 1999, it rained in San Diego. It rains every January in San Diego. That's pretty clear. Awesome. This is an inductive argument because it generalizes from many cases to a conclusion about all cases. That is correct. For instance, another inductive argument would be Cryophyre went vegan after debating vegan gays. Another person went vegan after debating vegan gays. Therefore, all people who debate vegan gays go vegan. I wish it was true. I wish it was true. Right. This inductive argument because it generalizes from many cases to a conclusion about all cases. Okay. Certainly, the argument could be made stronger by adding additional premises. In January 2000, the trade data just in 2001, and so on. Regardless of how many premises we add, however, the argument will still not be deductively valid. And it's called inductive argument. So deductive argument is one that is valid because both of its premises are true, and therefore the conclusion must be true, is it? Deductive is an argument deductively valid only if it is impossible from the premises to be true. Oh, yeah. So a deductive validity, deductively valid, means that the premises are true and it is impossible for the conclusion to be false, right? But inductive argument means that it generalizes, the premises are true, but the conclusion generalizes. So it doesn't have to be true. It doesn't deductively follows. Shit, now I understand all the things I've been hearing. Hello, Mike the Vegan Vegan Beast. How are you doing? Those are beautiful corns you've got there. Science is inductive. What do you mean? What do you mean? Science is inductive? Oh, yeah, science is inductive. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah. It took me a second. I apologize. Did I say that I slept absolutely terribly tonight? Cryophyre, are you still here? Are you still vegan? I'm just checking. I have trauma from all the ex-vegans in my life. All right. Regardless of how many premises we add, however, the argument will still not be deductively valid. It is possible, although unlikely, that it will fail to rain next January in San Diego. Moreover, it's not only a possibility, but a probability if we continue the way we are with climate change. I wear a trench coat full of juicy knobs, so I can pop out of the dark valley and ask passerbys, "Hey dude, want some corn?" Freaky. I like it. Good, Cryophyre is still vegan. The conclusion is still true. Amazing. All right. Moreover, we know that the weather can be fickle. No amount of evidence should convince us that it rains there every January. Who is to say that some year will not be freakish year in which there is no rain in January in San Diego. Even a single counterexample is enough to make the conclusion of the argument false. Amazing. It's very interesting. Okay. Guys, listen, I need a little bit of feedback from you. Is this interesting so far, or should we resort to boring professors giving us beautiful animations about this? I think this is pretty cool. I think it's simply put and incredibly interesting to me. But I'm a weirdo, so let me know if it's okay. Well, cry of fear, we can change that. If you make all your friends vegan now, you'll have all the fun in the world. I mean, after this, we're gonna have to write an argument about cry of fear becoming a vegan activist. Right? Yeah, make your friend. What do you mean? I know what you mean. I'm sorry. I know exactly what you mean. It's incredibly hard. Okay, thank you, Carrie. Inductive arguments, even good inductive arguments, are not deductively valid. Cool. We will not be interested in inductive arguments in this book. Well, it's a good thing that you showed us what they are. So we can recognize them now, right? We can recognize the inductive arguments. Well, I have a good example of one, right? People keep telling us that veganism kills babies, like human babies, right? And they can give us an example after an example after an example. There are about 5 examples where vegan parents actually harmed or killed the kids. Therefore, they're gonna say veganism is not good for little kids. Well, that's an inductive argument. You can't get to that conclusion from that premise, right? You like this, fool. Okay. Well, cry your fear one day at a time, yeah? Maybe one day your friends as well will look at bring them to Vegan Gaze's stream and make them, make them give their dog shit arguments to Vegan Gaze, and she's gonna slap them around and make them vegan. And the premise is gonna be true. The premises are going to be true, and the conclusion is going to be true. But instead of cry of fear, it's going to say cry of fear's friends. Yeah. I can make them vegan by quarantine and still my friends. Yeah. The only person that I can say almost for sure that I facilitated going vegan is an ex-vegan and an ex-friend. So I'm not good at veganizing people in real life, especially not my friends. I'm way too emotional for that. That's what we're doing. We are trying to kill my emotions and make me into a debate bro, and all of you as well. No, cry of fear. I want you to have friends, but maybe find like one vegan friend. It would be easier for you, I promise. If you find, like, go online in some Facebook group in Crete and find a vegan friend or two, guaranteed that you might not like them as a people. Well, find the one that you like and is also vegan. It would be incredibly helpful to you. In any case, that's not a good reason to not go vegan. I'm shutting down your arguments as they might become, and are still dog shit. Imagine shooting for a reason. I don't understand that sentence. Yeah, be a quiet example. You can do that. Yeah, maybe. I'm, I don't know, I'm just not a good communicator about veganism. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to improve ourselves. Yeah. Okay. So even good inductive argument are not deductively valid. We're not interested in them. All right. Other logical notions. In addition to deductive validity, we will be interested in some other logical concepts. Interesting. Being vegan is activism enough? Maybe. I don't know. In a dangerous place. Oh. Well, I don't know if Crete is a dangerous place. Is it? Being vegan is activism enough in a dangerous place. Do you mean like it would be in a place where it's dangerous to be vegan? Or dangerous to just be? Crete is a dangerous place. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Activism and advocacy come in all shapes and sizes. There's all kinds of niches that vegan discussions. So you can play to your strengths and learn along the way. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do with this channel. I don't think it's gonna convince anybody to go vegan, but maybe it will give, like, I don't know. I'm hoping that my channel makes some people think a little differently. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to be like one day to be like the first link for people to go, huh? Maybe one day. Too many drugs and guns. Oh shit. Well, cry of fear. Now you have to fix Crete so that you can be vegan without interruption. I'm sorry for your situation, by the way. I apologize. I'm sorry that you have to live in such a place. Yeah. That sucks. Fixing Crete would be great. Yeah. It would. Yeah. I can't imagine to live like in such dangerous places where you like, well, I can. Thank you, Mike. I'm actually hoping for that, but the problem is that my channel is incredibly small and only like 20 of you are actually watching any of my videos till the end. So it sometimes just feels devaluing, demoralizing, I guess. So I almost closed this channel. Before the face reveal video, I almost just said, oh, this is not my strength. Maybe I should go do something else, you know. They don't necessarily. That is a wrong premise, Mike the Musical Vegan. Not all small channels become large. But thank you for the encouragement. I do appreciate it. Let's continue. Okay, truth values. Truth values. So we're looking at interested in some other logical concepts. Okay, so truth values. True or false is said to be the truth value of a sentence. We define sentences as things that could be true or false. We could have said instead that sentences are things that can have truth values. Interesting. Logical truth. In considering arguments formally, we care about what would be true if the premises were true. Generally, we're not concerned with the actual truth value of any particular sentences. Okay, I spaced out. I apologize. I'm going to repeat that logical truth. If considering arguments formally, we care about what would be true if the premises were true. Generally, we are not concerned with the actual truth value of any particular sentences, whether they are actually true or false. Yet there are some sentences that must be true, just as a matter of logic. Well, I didn't understand that. Consider these sentences. It is raining. Either it is raining or it is not. It is both raining and not raining. Okay. So each individual, this premise could be true. This premise could be true. But the two of them are contradicting each other, right? Because this one making a definitive statement of it is raining. So the second premise contradicts the first premise. Well, let's read on. Maybe I get validated, maybe not. Yeah, you reckon, Carrie? Maybe that's the reason that I've made the decisions that I did. Please like, subscribe, share, please. It does help. In order to know if sentence 1 is true, you would need to look outside or check the weather channel. Logically speaking, it might be either true or false. Oh, I haven't even considered that it could be raining in a country. So online, someone can be making a statement, it is raining. I could look outside and say, no, the fuck it's not. But it could be true. Other degrees of truth? No, I think just some things are too complicated to say if they're true or not. Or too generalized to say if they're true or not. It is raining is a general sentence. If it was giving a certain country, a certain time, or a certain something, it could be either true or false. But I think truth is truth. It technically could be both raining and not raining at the same time, since the rain comes cut off in my backyard and not rain in the front. I know that just means that the rain stopped there, though. Yeah, but the truth is that it's raining. It doesn't matter where, right? I mean, you can't look at the front, yeah, but yeah. Well, yeah, that's where you have to be more specific, I think, right? You can say premise 1 would be it's not raining in my front yard. The premise 2 it could be it's raining in my backyard, and it's also time sensitive, this argument. But it's true that it's raining. Like, you could say it's raining. Even if it's raining only in your backyard, it's still the truth that it's raining. If an argument or sentence is true, it's also called truth apt. Truth apt. I don't know if I can pronounce that. Okay, I'll try. So you can question the truth aptness of an argument. Oh, yeah, got it. Thank you. So you can question the truth aptness of an argument. That's interesting. Okay. Guys, I need one of two things has to happen. Either take a little break, because I just need more beverage, otherwise I can't continue talking. Or we can end this lesson now and continue in a week. Which one do you prefer, guys? I'm good either way. I can take a break, or I can end this stream for now. Both are valid. Both can become true. You good either way. That's good. Quick break, friendo. Okay. I need at least one more person to give their opinion. It's been 19. We can continue in a week. That's good. Well, quick corn break. Well, listen. Yeah, it seems that an hour and a half is a good time for a lesson and the tangent. Yeah, I think we're gonna end it and continue next week for part 2. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for liking if you did. Thank you for subscribing if you did. Thank you for sharing if you did. I really appreciate it. You up for a long boy. Yeah, my mods don't want to stay anymore. So I think we're gonna end it here. All right. You licked the video. I appreciate your moistness, Mike. I appreciate the yeah. The majority wants to continue. Are they? Can I open a poll here? Is it possible? There is a way to open a poll somehow, but I'm not sure how to do that. I don't know. Yeah. Let's finish it up and continue next week. And maybe next week I can make it a longer boy when I get more drinks for myself and can actually talk for longer. So, guys, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for contributing to the experience in the live chat. And, I apologize, Carrie. I will see you next time.